Adventist World Radio, the voice of hope.
Ici, Radio Mondiale Adventiste, la voix de l'espérance.
Hier es Adventist World Radio, sistema de...
Esta è la Radio Mondiale Adventista,
La voce della speranza. This is Adventist World Radio, the voice of hope. For more information, visit us on the web at awr.org. The following program is in English.
Commercially operated medium wave radio broadcasting station in Australia. Hello and welcome to Wavescan, the international DX program from Adventist World Radio. Researched and written in Indianapolis by Dr. Adrian Peterson, and produced in the studios of WRMI, shortwave in Ocean City, Florida. This is Wavescan edition NWS 429 for release on Sunday, May 14th, 2017. Well, on today's program, a new shortwave station in Australia. Great color. We'll be talking with you at the Roman ruins in Amman, Jordan. A Philippine DX report. Our QSL of the week, a medium wave station in Scotland, serving Germany. In an unexpected and dramatic commercially operated medium wave radio broadcasting station in Australia has been granted a license to relay its programming in parallel with a separate shortwave transmitter. This move on the part of a commercial broadcasting station in Australia is in stark contradiction to disclosure in recent years by the ABC and Radio Australia of their entire network of shortwave stations throughout the island continent. Managed media station 4KZ in Innisfail, North Queensland, announces that his new shortwave transmitter will be during the month of May, and it installs parallel programming to the underpopulated areas of the outback in the northern areas of the peninsula and the Gulf. Dave Roberts with more.
Thanks, Jeff. In comparatively recent times, a few low-powered shortwave stations have been inaugurated in Australia, though they generally function as hobby stations on a spasmodic basis. In the pre-World War II era, a significant number of amateur radio stations in Australia their own locally produced programming on shortwave. So when the station was inaugurated, the official broadcast was 2KY, which is still on the air today. The new 2KY was officially inaugurated in the trade hall at 4 Goulburn Street in Sydney on October the 31st, 1927. During one of the many opening speeches, engineer Ernest Beard stated that arrangements were being made to install an additional transmitter on shortwave for wide area coverage. However, due to political differences, no license was granted and parallel operation on shortwave by 2KY. 3 years later, in May 1928, another commercial radio station in Australia. Back in the year 1925, a political party, the Labour Party, announced plans to establish its own medium wave station in Sydney, Australia's largest city. 3 projected call signs for this new broadcasting station were considered: CR3, CPA, and CR3. At 4 Goulburn Street in Sydney on October the 31st, 1925. In one of the many opening speeches, Chief Engineer Ernest Beard stated that arrangements were being made to install an additional transmitter. First supplementary shortwave transmitter, and first up is the aforementioned 3-user Melbourne. April 1928, engineer L.C. Blues with the commercial station freerutube in Melbourne, Victoria, began a shortwave relay over his own amateur transmitter in his suburban home. This procedure was a rather common practice in both the United States and Australia back during that era. Give 2 more years and engineer Blue completed the construction of an additional shortwave transmitter, which this time he installed alongside the medium wave transmitter at their studios in 45 Falk Street in downtown Melbourne. The original power from this new shortwave transmitter was 120 watts, so it was subsequently increased to 500 watts. Their program relay was heard on 32 meters, approximately 9725 kilohertz. Interestingly, the well-known Adelaide commercial station, 5AD, organized its own pre-war DX radio club, and they were on the air generally on Sundays with special programming for shortwave listeners. Initially, in 1934, these special programs were broadcast over the suburban amateur station VK5WB, though soon afterwards the 5AD Radio Club obtained its own shortwave license and transmitter, and they were on the air under the experimental call sign VK5DI. Shortwave station VK5DI was inaugurated during 1935, and they were on the air usually in 2 different sessions on Sundays, initially in the 40-meter amateur band, so in later years sometimes also in the 20 watts, so it was subsequently increased to 500, and occasionally even in the United States. The station also used the call of the kookaburra bird as part of its sign-on routine, as did several other shortwave stations in Australia back during that era. The last known broadcast from special shortwave station 5DI was made on Sunday, August the 13th, 1939. During the early part of World War II, the small shortwave transmitter was held for safekeeping in the city newspaper office, where it was open to public view. Programming for the 5DI shortwave broadcasts on Sundays was always presented live, and it was usually compiled from some of the highlights of the broadcasts from medium wave 5AD during the previous week. Reception reports to VK5DI were verified with their own specific QSL card, though none of these cards had ever surfaced during the past many years. According to the available news releases, the new commercial shortwave service from 4KZ at Innisfail in North Queensland is scheduled for introduction this month of May 2017. The suggested operating hours are from 4 p.m. to 9 a.m. daily, with 1.5 kilowatts on 5055 kilohertz. The antenna system is an inverted V, beamed a little to the northwest. Innisfail is a small coastal city with a population of some 30,000 people. The main industries are tourism, rare tropical fruits, and sugar. The annual production of bananas is 9,000 tons, and the annual production of sugarcane is 3.1 million tons. Australia's largest sugar mill, the Victoria Mill, is located at nearby Ingham. Radio station 4KZ was inaugurated in Innisfail in September 1967 with 5 kilowatts on 531 kilohertz. The power has since been increased to 10 kilowatts and 8 low-power translators have been added. These days, 4KZ and its 4 sister stations in the North Queensland radio group between them operate a total of 20 medium wave and FM transmitters, providing widespread coverage to the population centres of the Cape York Peninsula and the areas adjoining the Gulf of Carpentaria. The current manager for the 4KZ stations is Al Curtin, who himself is also an amateur radio operator with the Queensland call sign VK4FFKZ. Here's a current top-of-the-hour ID from 4KZ on 531 kilohertz.
Have a fabulous day. I'm back again tomorrow morning for breakfast. Thanks for lending me your ears. This is the KZ Network.
KZ National News.
Well, thank you very much, Ray Robinson, for that report on 4KZ, and we wish them all the best of luck. Well, last week on Wavescan, Jerry Plummer was with me as we took a tour of some biblical and archaeological sites in Jordan. And this was following the recent conference of the HFCC, the High Frequency Coordination Conference, which took place there. And today we end our coverage of the HFCC in Jordan. Jerry, we're on one of the last stops of our tour now, and we're in the city of Amman itself. Actually, in an ancient part of the city, right? But
the citadel, they call it, you know. Well, it's Amman, but it's Philadelphia, really, isn't it?
That's right. I think that was the original name, wasn't it? The Roman name, I think.
Yes, the Roman name was Philadelphia, home of cheesesteaks.
I mean, this was a Roman city. There were Byzantine. There are Roman ruins, which we're looking at right now. That's correct. And looking out over the city, you have a really nice panorama from up here, up high. And they said that Amman is a city built on 7 hills originally, but now there's like 21 hills.
Yes.
But there's a really nice panoramic view out here, isn't there?
And you can tell it is definitely built on hills. And I believe he said a third of the total population of Jordan lives in Amman. We're probably looking at a third of that, right? Don't you think?
Sure does. I mean, there are a lot of kind of block-style houses, very small apartments,
very close to each other.
Very just packed in,
It has a large amphitheater here, almost as large as, I think, as the one in Rome.
Yeah,
It must have been big.
I think this is a Roman amphitheater that we're looking at right now. But coming here, we went to a really sort of a ritzy, nice area of Amman, the embassy district.
Yeah, he said that our tour guide, who you listeners have heard previously, said that they're moving it from one area to there. Actually, you know.
We passed by the Syrian embassy, which is an important one.
Yes. In fact, he spoke very much through the day about the close relationship that the Syrians and the Jordanians have had over the years. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but apparently the Jordanians are very familiar with having Syrian refugees over many, many years to come here and live here. You know?
They've welcomed them here. Oh, yeah. Although it's stressing their economy, but they still welcome them.
They still welcome them, it is stressing the economy. I don't know. It's when you look at this panorama, it kind of makes you think. You know, you could have a lot of people in here. That's for sure. Yeah.
And of course, they have another huge number of Palestinian refugees here that's been here since 1948, I think. So.
Yeah, 1948. Yeah. In fact, the area that he drove as we drove by, he said it's a refugee area, but it's really not because it's been since 48. It's pretty much permanent now. You know.
But you don't see any, or we haven't seen any serious poverty.
No, we really haven't. And these took us some areas that weren't just all ritzy either. But once you get outside of the city, it becomes pretty non-populated, don't you think? You know,
desert. I think they said 78% of the country is desert.
I think so too. And a few areas that are populated with water, almost all of them have something growing. You see all the olive trees everywhere?
Lots of olive trees, yes. And there's a lot of agriculture. They have a lot of tropical fruit and things.
They do.
Bananas and so on.
Yeah. I think he told me that the only thing they couldn't grow for some reason here was pineapples. That they could grow just about everything else. He said that I believe I understand him to say that the agricultural sector is so large that they also ship out to the Saudis and to other countries.
Yes, by truck.
Yeah, by truck.
And they used to do it by truck to Syria, and I think he said Lebanon.
Yes, and that's been canceled.
Yes, the border there with Syria is closed now. You have to go through Syria to get to Lebanon. So that's no longer, unfortunately.
And before the Civil War, there was nothing between the two, so there was no tariffs or protection, sort of like a little EU, you know, you could go as you wish.
Thought he was saying that you could drive from here to Damascus in 2.5 hours.
That's what he said, yeah, sure could.
In the past, of course. Not now, because the border's closed. But
we haven't really seen anything indicative of trouble over here. I mean, there's a lot of military presence, but I think you're going to see that anyway. Areas of this nature.
And as we look across the skyline here, we see a number of minarets, mosques. And of course, he said, Fadi said 96% of the population, I think, was Muslim.
The other 4% are a mix of Christians, mostly Coptic, I believe.
Yeah. And Orthodox.
That's right, and Orthodox.
And some Catholics.
That's true. That is true. That is true.
So yeah, there are Christian churches here. We've seen some.
We have. I've seen some right across from mosque.
Definitely. And they all seem to get along pretty well together.
We haven't seen any difficulties or anything of that nature. Yeah. The people are very friendly, generally speaking, I believe. Don't you think? They are.
Oh yeah, everybody's very friendly, and there's a lot of English spoken here because the British used to control Jordan.
Up till 48, I guess. Right.
So
a lot of pictures of the king too.
Yes, the king. They said he's the 4th king of modern Jordan.
Right.
King Abdullah II, and he took over. I forget what 1994 was it or something around there. And when King Hussein died,
yes, Hussein. That's true.
His son is the crown prince, and would be the next in line here in the royal family.
Weren't King Hussein that was married to a British and or American woman, I think?
Yeah, he had 4 wives, in fact. Not all at the same time, but one was British and one was American. Lisa Hollaby, I think was her name. And she became Queen Noor.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah. Okay. And she's still here in Jordan and has a foundation, does a lot of charity work.
Humanitarian sort of thing. So that's who that is.
Right.
Good. It sounds sort of interesting, as you said, we're overlooking this panoramic skyline of how it is today, but yet we're standing at where it was 2,000 years ago.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. It's a modern and very ancient city at the same time.
Yeah, I think it is too. It really is good. It's been a very good tour, I think, that was arranged. It took us on a lot of nice places to see.
And we passed by some really nice shopping malls.
Yes.
And as he said, we could tell when we were approaching the city of Amman because we started seeing McDonald's.
Oh, yeah, we did.
They're everywhere. Starbucks cafes.
Starbucks. Yeah, I think he called Starbucks, that the Jordanians call that the American embassy to Jordan.
I think so. Well, it's been a good tour here of this part of Jordan. And so now we're going to head back down to the Dead Sea again. The temperature will increase again.
Yes. We'll be going from plus 1,100 feet above to about 300 feet below, I guess. Sea level is.
Right. Okay, Jerry, so we will probably see you in Los Angeles in the future.
That's right. NASB meeting, and as you said, it's on shortwave.org right now. The newly revised page, which I think if listeners will go to it, they'll find it's easy to navigate. It's got all the information you need about the meeting, and we certainly want each and every one of you to consider coming. You're welcome to come to the NASB meeting this year, just like every year.
May 17th to the 20th, and you can find all the information at www.shortwave.org.
That's it. Well, then I guess that'll finish us up for Philadelphia Acropolis section.
That's right. So now it's time to fly back to Nashville and Miami.
That's right. All right, Jeff. It's been a pleasure.
Take care. All right. Bye. I was talking there with Jerry Plummer of WCI at the Rum and Ruins in Amman, Jordan, during the A17 HFCC Frequency Coordination Conference. From Amman, we drove back to 420 meters below sea level to our hotel on the shore of the Dead Sea. I turned on the TV in my hotel room and found one of the channels of the government Jordan TV, a documentary in French about the famous ruins of Petra in southern Jordan.
On y pénètre par le site, gorge étroite et fermée, écrasée par des parois hautes d'une centaine de mètres, et qui ne laisse que peu d'espace au soleil pour éclairer la roche.
After the Petra documentary, just before 10 p.m. local time, there was what seemed to be an anti-terrorism spot in Arabic.
أسلحا للمستقيم الأطفال والنساء والشيوخ ومن يحصل لهم القوة وتهدم بيوتهم وتشردهم وتنشر الخراب والدمار باسم الإسلام.
And at precisely 10 p.m., there was a 15-minute newscast in English.
Good evening and welcome to Marcus and Afternoon. Here are the details. His Majesty the King directed the government to hold municipal elections and provide full support to the Independent Election Commission to oversee all non-elected polls.
Jordan Television there with its nightly newscast in English. And with that, we end our tour of Jordan and our series of reports on the A-17 Global Shortwave Coordination Conference on the shore of the Dead Sea. Next on Wavescan today, let's go to Manila in the Philippines.
Hello everyone, to the dear shortwave listeners, good evening, good morning. Wherever you're welcome to the April 9th edition of the Philippine DX. This is report number 121. I'm Henry Marino, Color City, Negros Occidental, Central Philippines. Glad to be back and thank you for listening. A17 broadcast schedule to Asia. Ratio Taiwan International 11 to 1200 1359. Medium wave from Panglao, Taiwan 1100 to 1200 11,600 kilohertz from Baochong, Taiwan 1100 to 1200 7445 kilohertz from Baochong, Taiwan. Ratio Veritas Asia 2300 to 2327 15355 kilohertz from Palawig in Filipino. Gauge Sabre Australia 13 to 1435 9720 from Kuminura, Western Australia in English. Radio Pilipinas Overseas 0200 to 0330 12 010 15640 and 178 to 0 and Filipino from 1730 to 1930 9910 12 1 to 0 and 15 1 and 0 English from Kinang. Reception times for March 2017. March 12, Richmond, Australia 11980 English and Kununra at 1410 SAO 436. March 12, Radio Japan 11925 in English at 1412 SAO 434. March 12, Radio Family International at 9735 in Indonesia at 1441 SAO 454. March 12, Interracial 9690 in English from Bangalore at 1416 SAO 433. March 18, Voice of Mongolia in English from Ulaanbaatar at 090 SAO 555. March 26, World Harvest Radio T8.AH at 15455 in English from Palau at 0214 SAO 454. March 26, Radio Taiwan International on 1580 in English from Tainan 0300 SAO 454. March 27, broadcasting service at Kingdom Radio Radio at 17895 in Arabic from Riyadh at 1300 SAO 343. March 27, KBS World Radio on 15575 in English from Tunji at 1305 SAO 343. March 27 in Asia World Radio Japan at 11705 in Indonesian and Palau 20 SAO 555. March 27 Anniversary Radio 15095 in Indonesia and Guam at 20 SAO 444. March 27 ESDA on 11790 in Korean from Guam at 2156 SAO 4 On March 27, raise your Romania International on 9710 in English from Tiganusti at 2210 and SIO 340. For your reception report, please send to US. And friends, if you want to get the transcript of the Philippines DX News, please visit http://PhilippinesDX at WordPress.com. That's http://PhilippinesDX at WordPress.com. And also on Facebook, www.facebook.com/PhilippinesDX. Or you want to send us your comments, suggestions, reception notes, and information to PhilippinesDX@yahoo.com. That's PhilippinesDX for PhilippinesDX@yahoo.com. This is me and Henry. When I for Wavescan in the City Negros of Camero Central. Say mabuhay at maraming salamat.
Thank you, Henry. On April 18, 1979, Ralph Urbanchik of Eisleben in West Germany was listening to the BBC medium wave station in Bergholt, Scotland, with 100 kilowatts on 810 kilohertz. QSL card he received, posted from the BBC in London. The picture side of the card shows the huge multi-story building BBC Broadcasting House. And we end today's edition of Wavescan with music from Angola. This is the singer-songwriter named Bonga. Thanks for listening to Wavescan, the international DX program from Adventist World Radio. Researched and written in Indianapolis by Adrian Peterson. Next week, the BBC Far East Relay Station in Thailand. Our Latin American DX report is scheduled. And our QSL of the week, a QSL card from Hong Kong, spoiled by the rain. Several QSL cards are available for Wavescan. Send your AWR and KSDA reception reports for this program to the AWR address in Silver Spring, Maryland. And also to the station your radio is tuned to, WRMI or WWCR or KVOH or Voice of Hope Africa, or to the AWR relay stations that carry Wavescan. Remember, too, you can send a reception report to the DX reporters when their segment is on the air here in Wavescan, such as today's report from the Philippines. They will also verify their own colorful QSL card. Return postage and an address label are always appreciated. The postal address for AWR QSLs is Adventist World Radio, Box 10188, Silver Spring, Maryland, abbreviated MD, 20914, USA. That's Adventist World Radio, Box 10188, Silver Spring, Maryland, 20914, USA. The email address for AWR QSL cards is qsl@awr.org. And the email for other correspondence to Wavescan is wavescan@awr.org. I'm Jeff White at WRMI shortly. Till next week, good listening, everyone. And an address. The postal address for Adventist World Radio, Box 10188, Silver Spring, Maryland, 20914, USA. The email address for AWR QSL cards is qsl@awr.org. And the email for other correspondence to Wavescan is wavescan@awr.org.
He's got one here, WRMR.